All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again. We're going into map number 3 now between Complexity and SKDC after Complexity with a barnstormer comeback in map number 2. We're tied up at 1-1, heading into the third map here at the StarLadder StarSeries Season 14. Once again in the group stages, now we jump on Overpass, and for the last time this evening, my name is Blue. Joining me here is Mega Man. So Mega Man, let's talk a little bit about this matchup before the game gets started.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and get this one right underway. I mean, obviously during the knife round right now, we're just going to see them working their way around, trying to get these frags out and see who's going to start on what given side. It's probably going to be the CT side being favored. And Complexity, I think that's actually the third knife round that they've won. Yeah, they're flawless on knife rounds tonight. So they're probably going to be starting here on the CT side, which would be obviously the most favored side on this match. And yeah, that's just going to be scary for SKDC. They've been on the back foot on every single map, at least as far as the halves have started. So that's kind of a crappy statistic for them. They're 3 out of 4 pistol rounds. They need to be flawless on their pistol rounds in this matchup because Complexity are no slouches on the CT side.
And with that said, guys, we're actually going to jump directly into the pistol round here, so let's get to it. Final map, and final map of the night, actually, too, as this is going to be our only match this evening. So Complexity versus SKDC for the last time for those of you joining us here at StarLadder. And it's going to be on Overpass. SKDC starts off on the T side, Complexity jumping on that CT side. We'll see where they go from here. As now SKDC going to work their way directly for a beat take. Roca does catch this, some of it I should say, early on, and is actually, I think he's going to bring his knives out, but switches back over. Somehow he doesn't initially die as Valens picks up the first kill, but he's quickly traded out there as Ocean takes him. Now the quick plan attempt too, but they're not counting on Mag to press back forward. A little bit of an awkward encounter there, but Hades is going to be able to shut him back down anyway. Brought down to 2 players now in this 2-on-3, and Hades back down at 8 HP soon, so he's got to be a little bit careful, but he returns some more of that damage back over onto sancz, and they're not even looking to get this point. They're actually looking to move out and get these frags at this point, but this is going to be a little bit of a mistake as SEMPHIS will find one. Now it's Hades who's going to be stuck inside of the site with nowhere to go, and Valens will shut things down as the final frag. So Complexity will pick up the first pistol round here, and they're going to grow their lead right from the beginning here on the CT side.
Yeah, just a little bit of an error over there in that B-bomb site. They didn't really cover for that bomb plan really well. I mean, it came down to that 2 versus 3, I believe, at the end of that. So nice job from Complexity. They're going to move on forward into these anti-eco rounds. They do put the scout in the hands of Ocean, see if he can do some damage with it, but you've got sancz pushing aggressively. He's going to drop a nade out, and that's going to do some serious damage onto Hades. They did spot sancz, so they might get the damage. Never mind. Not going to get the damage out. sancz has 9 HP, but he executes 2 of them.
Yeah, that's gonna break him down pretty low, but now there's not really... Oh, I should correct that, actually. Wabbit comes back in. He is gonna finish him off with a Tech 9, but SEMPHIS quickly just holds W and the left click at the same time and is gonna trade out 2 more there as he finishes off some of the last players up to last for SKDC. Hades is still in this, but already taking some heat, and although he's gonna be able to return some damage back over here onto autimatic, he is going to be swiftly dispatched, and that will be the second point going onto the board for these guys. The only kill, of course, that they grab, being that 1 player there on sancz. Beyond that, full save here, and no additional money being lost.
Do me a favor and hit escape twice.
Oh, yeah, my health isn't showing up, correct?
Yeah, buddy.
There we go.
We got it, guys. Don't worry about it. It's back on the board, and we're good to go. So, 2-0 Complexity working this CT side already to great avail. They only lost, I believe, 2 players or 1 player last round. So, the sancz again going to be geared up for this pop flash to come around the corner. He's just going to hide here in bathrooms, drops a nade. That should do a little bit of damage. It's going to find Hades, chip him down a little bit, but they're going to just press on forward. They're going to get on past him with a fast flank from SEMPHIS. Going to be able to find one before he gets traded, and now it's going to be on autimatic to try to lock this one down. sancz coming around from long A, trying to make something happen, but again, just a tough spot for SKDC to be in early in this matchup.
Wabbit here, just looking out for, again, any of that early extra aggression that would come. He's going to find it, or he should be able to see it there from sancz, but 4x3 is going to win out in that battle, and sancz not only take him down, but he eliminates Ellis as well. So now it's just over here onto Ocean at this point. He has managed to scavenge through with a P90, but as he wins 1 trade, already down to 43 HP. Remember the fact that he's no armor as well, and no bomb control, so he's basically just playing a DM at this point, hoping to pick as many kills as possible before he eventually dies, or clutches it out, but that's going to be very unlikely considering the odds he's now up against.
Yeah, 1 player playing from subway doorway. That's going to be autimatic to try to find that area, and Ocean just holding on to this. He's going to back on over towards short, and that's exactly where autimatic is going to be playing. autimatic takes that peek, and he's going to take the fight with that P90 just wreaking havoc for the time being. Finally, autimatic's going to finish him off. So 3-0 for Complexity. They do execute those anti-ecos, and they do them with 3 players alive both times. So that's going to bode well for them so far in the money economy game. SEMPHIS on the AWP already. Wabbit as well for AKs to bolster that as well. So SKDC on the full buy, and we'll see if they can get into any of these bomb sites. It looks like they're just going to be going back towards that A strategy, at least at the beginning of this round. Just looking for those opening picks.
And for SKDC, all the play centered back over here towards Playground and Fountain for the time being. One moving his way over there into the lower tunnels, which is going to be Ellis, just in case the CTs try to play around with that. But for the time being, they're not doing so, mainly just sticking to the sites, and Long A is really the only extra aggression that they've sort of tossed out. SEMPHIS actually boosted up on top of the flower pot, but he's going to have to unboost as the flash comes out and hits him head on. And now, oh my goodness. I was going to say he was going to look for a response kill, but Hades quickly shuts it down. Thanks to the good trade, they line up for him, and he takes up with Hades and desi. Picks up an additional kill for the T's as well, and now that's going to bring things back into a 3-on-3. The CT's still looking to remain control over here of Long A, and Ocean thankfully should be able to fall back and get himself into safety before they can actually take him down, which will be the case. He takes a little bit of a duel, but doesn't take any extra damage from that, so he's going to retreat and regroup with the rest of the team, and now they'll work their way into a B take here. It's going to start very, very early with Wabbit looking for this kill into Valens, and Complexity, they're going to be given a lot of time to rotate in because that bomb is still very far away.
There you go. They do manage to find Valens. That bomb is going to get its way up into this B bomb site and try to get planted here before the rotation comes out. You can see autimatic just spotting for some heads there from the heaven side. And they've also got sancz rotating around through the CT spawn stairs to the backside of those B halls. Just looking for any kind of information that he can gather right now, but the terrorists have evacuated that bomb site with the exception of Odig. Just a really tough spot here for the CTs. They've got one into water pit. That Molotov might flush a player out, but Big Papa Odig's going to find that frag. sancz down and out, and it's now on to just autimatic with this op. He can't even find that frag onto Odig, so he's going to fall back and try to hang on to this and at least throw that over to SEMPHIS for the next round. They should still be able to put a decent buy together on Complexity's side and try to stem the bleeding, but SKDC are going to win that first gun round.
And now for the hinges of this, once again, a lead can be built up. Gonna need to do a couple more rounds before they are in the clear in terms of an economy, as we had already mentioned before. Autimatic still with his op, and of course still with 7.1k, can not only rebuy for himself, but should be able to drop an extra gun or two there as well if they do need it, which is exactly what is going to happen right now. And we'll see still a very full and very fruitful buy coming out for the cold members. They're not going to be broken just as of yet. SKDC, of course, is able to get theirs back onto the board here, including Wabbit's up as well. So, going to be a head-to-head battle here between both teams with a full buy, and ooh, a little bit too high there from Wabbit. SEMPHIS picks up the first kill through Monster with the up by going down to the B site. Cheeky on it too.
So that's a good opening there for Complexity. Finding the 4v5 early on. It is going to be a strat towards that B bomb site, and Odig's not going to be able to line that up. The return nade, though, should do some serious damage, and it actually does. Drops roca down to 51. Valens in the site behind the smoke looking for that bomb planter. He's going to get found out, though. That's that high-risk, high-reward kind of play that we talk about, him trying to make something happen. Autimatic gets himself the barrels. Roca's going to be able to chime in with one as well as SEMPHIS, and it's all down to just desi in a 4 versus 1. Does have a Molotov to work with, but he's going to take his peek, finds the headshot, drops out the nade, but that's not going to get anywhere. He's just going to turn the return nade. Does a little bit more damage, but they've got such a good hold on this bomb site right now. He can't really do much. He's just going to fall to sancz, and that will be a defuse here for Complexity. So 4-1, and that resets the money on SKDC's side. They might be able to formulate some sort of a buy after that bomb does get planted, as they are all over 3-6 with the exception of Ellis and Ocean.
We'll see how they pan that out here in just a second, and it looks like they're doing exactly as you had mentioned here for SKDC. They, of course, not really going to be... They should be able to do it, at the very least, on a pistol buy-up, which is what they're going to do now. So 4 deagles and a P250 on L's, a couple smokes as well, so we'll see what the plan is going to be here for SKDC, but without armor or anything behind these deagles, of course the deagle is a weapon that can sort of peek out, find the kill, and then go back behind cover, so you don't necessarily need armor as much behind it, but with all 4 of your players being armed up with them, you would still hope for at least 1 or 2 to have that. So without that, unfortunately, more than likely, still going to see Complexity be able to shut this round pretty quickly.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem for him with all those deagles on the board. They need to hit some crucial 1-deags. Going to be a very tough and trepidatious push in towards that A-bomb site, but they're guessing right. They've got complete bathroom control, but again, they do have a couple of players playing over here. One at long halls. That's going to be SEMPHIS with the up, just waiting for this push. He's not even going to wait. He's just going to go take that peek, and now he knows that that fight is going to be there. Drops the molly out. Hades pushing through the molly. He's not going to be able to find the damage he's looking for. He peeks out in the bank, looking for anything, but he only finds bullets to his chest. They do get the bomb plant. but wabbit's not going to be able to clutch this one out 1v4. And again, a relatively clean eco round there for Complexity, so 5-1.
They get the plan at the very least again, so this is going to be a little bit extra money, so this can maybe be an extra nade or two, or a couple extra nades, I should say, or two here for the SKDCs going into this next round, and that's exactly what it's going to be. Not only will this allow wabbit to get himself the op, but it's going to get some armor behind it, and a couple nades beyond this as well, so pretty good job getting that plant. Obviously, they invest a little bit of money in it, so they sort of, at the end of the day, only end up getting an extra $100 or so, but works out for them. They get the plant. That's exactly what they wanted to do. Now going into this one, it's going to be another big clash here. Both teams armed up fully. And Complexity will look to shut this down and force them onto just a little here once again. But there's SEMPHIS immediately finding the bomb and its carrier by shutting out Ocean. Although the Opera over here, wabbit, not going to get a chance to respond just as yet. Further pushes are coming back over here through A long too, so that's going to be automatic. He picks up a kill on a desi. And just like this, his offensive has gone pretty much nowhere, and they're just down to 3 players now.
Really nice aggression to open up this round here from the Complexity side. You saw SEMPHIS getting aggressive towards Fountain, finds the opening pick, and then also has automatic in tow down through long A, as well as sancz. So good opening aggression here from the Complexity side. They're able to net themselves 2 kills and drop the bomb carrier as well. So good finds early on in the round. Complexity in control of this round, up 2 players already. 5-1 being the scoreline, so that's a pretty massive start to this.
Gonna get a Complexity here. No reason to worry, no reason to sort of divert their splits at all. They're just still keeping themselves to the default as far as their positions are concerned. You can see they're not really rotating anybody down. SKDC, I'm sure, is going to try to toss a couple nades in different directions here to make them think they're going to be, but for the most part, it's still... Oh, they have some disagreements there between Hades and the other rifler Ellis, but seems there's definitely still going to try to work their way onto the A site, but obviously, a lot of troubles will be brewing in this case. They've got 2 smokes to try to find their way in, but I think at this point, the biggest thing they can hope for is the plant and maybe a couple extra kills, and that's exactly what they're moving in for now. Hades forcing the plant back out. They're pushing in. Ellis is going to shut down 1. Automatic picking up 2 right after that, though, and Hades is slowly getting sort of destroyed here. Automatic is going to catch his feet there at the end of it, and they've got control. So the easy defuse comes out from Automatic, and that will be a 6-point going onto the board for Cole.
This is a completely different Complexity than we saw on Train earlier this evening. They've really turned their game around. Obviously, Cobblestone going in their favor. Strong CT side half on that as well. Rolling it out 9-2 or 10-2 at the end of that half to close out that map. And already up at a 6-1 scoreline here on the CT side. Now, CT obviously a little bit more favored than the Terror side, but this is typically a 9-6 CT-sided map, so it's not too heavily favoring the CTs. But again, you know, you kind of look at this, and there's just hasn't been enough frags. You got desi at 1-7. He's kind of been the all-star here for the SKDC side, and he's really off to a slow start here. L's at 1-6, 2-7 for Hades, so not getting the frags, you're not going to get the rounds.
And now for SKDC, lining themselves up for a take over here onto the B site very quickly. Right now, only 2 from Complexity to try to defend it, and Ocean finds the entry. Valens catching a response, looking for more. Not going to be able to find a kill just yet, but does bring down some of the players very low. Chooses to keep himself alive instead of risking further death, and that's going to be automatic now. Rolling in, catches Ellis. He tries to look out for that kill over onto Valens, but desi finds the response, taking out Valens in the process. And now as they work their way back in here, more progress is sort of being denied back over by Construction. Ocean picks up that kill on his SEMPHIS. Automatic trades that back out. sancz coming back in through Construction to leave 2 alive, and unfortunately for Automatic, he's so low, so he's got to be careful himself. That molly not going to go where they need it to, but the second one will, and it is going to allow them to force him out, get the kill. Desi again finds that trade, and now he's got to clutch it out. So much noise being made by the CT, and he's going for the defuse, but the shot's a little bit too far to the right. Trying to find the pistol, but thankfully corrects his aim. He's going to be able to finish it off, and SKDC now going to pick up a 2nd point.
Almost lost his life at the end of that round as well, but SKDC survived, but only 1 player alive. You can see L's on 3,200, 33 for Hades, and 32 for wabbit, so no op. Gonna be Khalil buys. Not a lot of utility, so they're still in a very, very tough situation. SKDC, they lose this round, it gets reset. You're looking at an 8-2 scoreline before all is said and done, and Complexity are really off to an all-star half. And you can see now they're just going to get aggressive here by Subway. And L's trying to find that damage. Actually, I believe he dinked SEMPHIS, but he also gets dropped to 53, and sancz pushing aggressively behind this as well. So this is really kind of scary if he drops back down through the ladder room.
Yeah, and sancz will just be waiting for this from a mile away now, and we can see Complexity too. They did try to make some progress over here on the short A push, but SEMPHIS pushes back to the safe position over here by the second door. Unscopes just at the worst time, so not really going to be able to catch that little bit of a slit desi as he tries to push his way up towards party. So they will get access to this. They can try to push in further now too, and you can see that Ellis has waited all of this time in hopes that we would see sancz fall back, but he's going to get completely flashed. Oh, he gets the kill anyway. Takes down Ellis. And just like that, now times it perfectly. Ocean, unfortunately, will get the trade, as in the meantime of all this happening, they took control of short A. That allows them to find that. roca looking for the shots there through the panel, but not going to be able to grab it just yet. And for the time being, things will stay even at a 4-on-4 advantage.
Well, that got Made you eat your words a little bit quick on that. Desi's going to find a nice headshot there onto autimatic. They're going to smoke off that A bomb site and work their way in, and it's going to be all on SEMPHIS to try to lock this one down. They've still got that lurk over at B, but SEMPHIS going to find the first one. That's the bomb carrier. Going to find the second one. That's desi. Going to look for a third. Not going to be able to hit that shot, but wabbit letting him get away, and he's going to find the third frag anyway. And now it's all down to Hades with 20 seconds in a dream. He's going to be able to find that opening pick to try to open up this bomb site, but flashbangs around the corner, nades to follow. He's going to molly out over towards Optimus, but he hasn't got the bomb plant. He has to go for the plant now, and he's going to get spotted out and taken down by roca. So all of those picks early on for naught as SEMPHIS steps up huge for his team.
And now they have a very, very strong lead. Not the strongest economy, of course. There's a couple of guns probably going to have to get tossed out so that they can really afford their buy going into this round, of course. But meanwhile, on the SKDC side, things aren't really going their way either, as they once again forced into another eco round. So more than likely, Complexity will have the 8 points in order to take at the very least the advantage coming out of this half, and probably can build up a lot more than that, as we still have 6 more rounds to go before the half concludes.
Well, the big name of the game, obviously, Counter-Strike, is the money game. Obviously, economy being a word that gets thrown around very, very frequently in casts, not just in the North American side, but all across the world when it comes to this game. And you can just see how that money game is affecting the SKDC side.
This is another note here, too, is we just see sort of SEMPHIS going ham once again. Picks up 2 kills before he's finally traded out. And autimatic seemingly cleaning things up from this point forward. And another note about this, too, is SEMPHIS just always has absolutely all-star performances on this map. This has to be one of his best maps just in terms of pure statistical power with the op.
They keep trying to tempt their fates over towards that A bomb site. They know that SEMPHIS is anchoring that area, and they're just giving him these clairvoyant peeks. They know that he's going to be pushing aggressive. This time he's going to be sitting over at A again. He went aggressive towards Monster a round before, or a couple of rounds ago, and got a nice opening pick over in that avenue as well. But the big story about this is just how SEMPHIS is holding this down. If you guys want any inclination on how to op on this map, take it out of SEMPHIS's book. roca and valens, they're going to be able to shut this down pretty much solo dolo over there at B. autimatic does manage to chime in with the final kill, but that's going to be a 9th round now for Complexity on a double eco from the Terra side, so they're definitely favoring putting that op in the hands of wabbit right now. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So SKDC, they got to switch things up. They got to figure out a way into these bomb sites, and right now it's just SEMPHIS and autimatic. They're putting on a show. autimatic is 17-4.
Another thing that we look at here too now is it's a bit unfortunate for SKDC, but with such a strong lead going by the way of Complexity, SKDC have sort of, I hesitate to say tilted, but they have sort of gotten to a point like we were seeing when they lost their last map too. The strats just don't really seem very well refined at all. They're sort of just doing whatever the wind may throw at them essentially and trying to work with that, and obviously that's just not going to work out so well on a very team-focused map such as this. Already they're losing one player, and they just adjust to that by trying to go the other direction for the most part. Thankfully wabbit does find the trade kill, and for the most part this A site is open, so this could pan out, but Complexity still with a lot of room to rotate back in. They could stop this, however, in terms of the actual site take, not going to be a whole lot there to stop it. autimatic pick up the 1 killer. Looking for a second. He's going to find it. Desi gets the trade, but now it's just Desi the final alive, and there's SEMPHIS coming back up through connector to shut it down.
Yeah, just kind of a lackluster performance here from SKDC. You can obviously see that Complexity is a little bit more prepared for Overpass. Defense very, very strong on this map. autimatic now 19-5, 15-6 for SEMPHIS. The rest of their teammates, I mean, roca's 5-3, but he's gotten a couple of very crucial kills coming on the back of an eco round, obviously holding things down, and now it's just going to be OD to try to throw this pop flash out, and they've just got SEMPHIS over here. They don't realize that a player's made it over there into Playground. That's going to be wabbit, but broken economy, broken strats, not a lot that SKDC can do right here. And SEMPHIS getting aggressive. He's going to be able to catch out wabbit. He doesn't hit the shot. He goes down, but there's the trade. sancz going to find one. Now he's got to worry about these players that are down here in Subway trying to push out, but look at that great find that he's got. A little bomb package that's just sitting right in front of him.
Yeah, so that's going to be there. He even smokes off the tunnels to make sure nobody else pushes them. And at this point, we could see roca, along with the rest of the CTs, just close in and sandwich the remaining Ts at this point. Hades and desi are going to look to reclaim that bomb, but they've got to be able to find, I believe this is, who's this over here? I believe they got to be able to find sancz before they can do this.
autimatic just spotted Hades too.
It's going to be sancz, gets the crawling spray in order to find Hades taken down, and as we were mentioning before, autimatic takes down desi to finish things off. Now 11 points onto the board for Cole.
Yeah, and autimatic came to play on this final map. I don't want to say he's been absent on any of these other maps because he really hasn't been, but at least on train he wasn't as impactful as he's been on Cobblestone or this map, and obviously he's really strutting his stuff. He's feeling it right now. 21-5, just continues to just deathmatch in this one and just drops all these kills. Now it's just going to be another strat towards the A bomb site, one lurker over towards B, and just see what they have for us because that op is now going to be in Subway. He misses the shot, but he's got backup, and he almost doubles him. He actually hits the player in the back. He missed wabbit and gets the colat in the back on the L's, and now he's just going to push on forward, CZ in hand, and SEMPHIS should be able to clean this one up. And unfortunately doesn't. Again, just stalls out with that CZ.
So finally, SKDC starting things off here with another good round for themselves. Autimatic is still way back over here in the restrooms as well, so as the rest of SKDC work their way over here through construction to get onto that B site, roca is going to be the only man initially to stop this. Autimatic is slowly trying to work up for a flank, but he's not going to get there nearly in time, and roca unfortunately just gets swarmed by SKDC, so Hades picks up a fairly simple frag for them to pick up, and Ocean, even holding off the flank there, is going to catch Autimatic before he can pick up any kills.
Yeah, but it's at this point, I just feel like it's too little too late. I mean, 11 rounds already for Complexity. They're in the driver's seat. If they win this round 12-3, that's a huge CT side half on Overpass. A pistol round will put them at match point. You know, that's just the way that it goes. And sancz picking up the auto sniper, going to throw it over to roca, who's going to take that over towards the B bomb site. And, you know, that's just the way that this half has been. The money has been good on Complexity's side. They haven't had to save once this entire half, and you could tell that they're just in the driver's seat. They're just taking control of this map.
sancz is probably going to be the first player to see combat this time around from the CT side, as SKDC again looking to make a whole lot of noise inside of the bathrooms. They don't have the bomb committed with them just as of yet, sitting back over there by the fountain instead. But a great pop flash comes out from the T's. sancz, though, don't believe he's been spotted. He manages to hop his way away from this. Now puts himself a little bit further off angle, and now as he pops back in, desi did realize that someone was there before, thankfully, so he's going to be able to pick him off, and that finds an entry once again for them to work their way over towards the A side. Autimatic holds his own for the time being, prevents the push, but actually not even drawing a rotate as of yet either, so as this fake continues, SKDC are going to have a horrible realization as they come into this B site that all this planning has been for naught, as they haven't really tricked them at all.
And SEMPHIS should be able to find wabbit and does just that. Nice flick shot with the CZ. Valens is going to be able to find Hades, and now the auto sniper just going to rain death on in. roca cleans up the last two, and that will be that 12-3 scoreline that we talked about. And this is a big mountain for SKDC to climb, and Complexity is in complete control of this matchup right now. There's really not a whole lot that I think SKDC can do at this point.
Yeah, the biggest problem, of course, now is that assuming Complexity just take control of the pistol and then pick up the other two directly after that, they're already at 15 points, which means, of course, the next 12 rounds for SKDC have to be perfect. If it were 11-4, it would be a little bit more workable, because you would, you'd have at least 2 chances instead of just 1, but unfortunately, it's at this point in time here, it's just going to be a very, very hard system to come back from. If SKDC pick up the pistol, there's that very small, minute chance coming off of the first gun round as well that they may just be able to do it, but for the most part here, Complexity have this one in the bag at this point.
So yeah, SKDC on the CT side, really tough spot for him to be in. They're down by 9 rounds going into the second half. It's just going to be a fast execute towards the B bomb site, and look at this. Only desi is home, and he falls immediately. That's going to just be an open bomb site. They're relying on this retake down through the sewers, and unfortunately for them, they've got to deal with this one player. It's only autimatic, and it took him so long just to kill him. Look at where roca is already. He's up in heaven. He's just going to be able to rain shots down from above. SEMPHIS playing from the water pit. You've got sancz playing over here by graffiti, and Ellis, he's going to be able to find valens outside of monster, and he's just going to push on up, but it's going to be SEMPHIS to find that one, and it's now just down to OD. 2 HP, and he's going to run away because he has a 5-7 in a kit, so he's going to try to take a little bit of that utility into the next round, but again, Complexity, now we see the split in pistol rounds. It was 3-1 at the end of the second map, but now Complexity picking up both of these pistols, that puts them at 3-3 on pistol rounds, and these aren't the pistols that you want to lose.
So SKDC here, obviously with that being dropped, it's going to be the question of whether they want to go for the buy-up now. I think with the 5-7 in play, we will probably see the armor pistol buy-up, which is exactly what is happening here. desi goes for that, Els goes for the upgrade as well with the deagle this time, and then wabbit and Hades are going to follow suit, so they're going to just try for it right here. The next one, of course, they'll have to go for the full save, and then we get ourselves into that situation that we were talking about at halftime, where they just have to win an outright 12 straight just to take it into overtime, not even outright win the game from that point forward. So they're gonna have to upset right here, or potentially this could just be the GG, as they would put themselves into a very, very unwinnable situation.
Yeah, that's really the spot that they're in right now, and that's not a good start. Autimatic, nice pre-fire there in these subway halls, just eliminates Soham. Takes him down, and now it's going to be SEMPHIS over here, and that's going to be Ellis trying to find this shot, but he's not going to be able to make it happen right now. And still looking for something, as my GoTV is
Mine is
stuck.
What the hell was that?
Come on, GoTV, stop being a turd.
Well, that begs the question as to whether our relay just crashed or whether the server just crashed, because
I'm hoping neither, and it just pops back up here because I haven't gotten the warning of a disconnect or anything like that, so hopefully we get back in this one.
Let me tell the admins really fast.
Oh, connection problem, auto disconnect in 23 seconds. Rippin' peppered ponies, boys and girls. Well,
all right. So, wait.
What?
Are we coming back?
I think we're coming back, boys. Look at this. Come on, Chad. Let me hear you. Get rowdy. I'm stuck at retrieving game data.
Yeah, well, I had this too. This is something with the server. It takes forever to do that. So.
Oh.
Are we back
Nobody's in the server that I can see right now. Maybe it's just GoTV initializing.
And we are actually on Dust, I think. Yeah, I think this is Dust. So, I believe our relay is pooped. And according to the admin, I think the actual game server has crashed as well. So with that said, we're going to need to take a short break. And we'll come back to you as soon as we either have the game returning or an update. So once again, we do apologize for this, but server issues will be server issues. And once again, we will be back, folks, in just a few minutes as soon as we have figured out just what the heck is going on.
Stay rowdy, chat. Woo, let me hear you.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again here to the StarSeries Season 14 with its SKDC versus Complexity. And SKDC currently leads. Wait, that's not right. Complexity leads 14-3.
Ignore the top. SKDC is on the CT side, and they have 3. Complexity is on the terror side, and they have a lot.
Alright, so we're gonna get right back into it, guys. Probably won't be too much of a getting back into it, of course, considering what we were just discussing before we had that very unfortunate server crash. And of course, Complexity. They're gonna try to go for the buy-ups here once again now in this round, just to try and stop whatever they can. Wabbit starts it off well. Picks up that shot over on roca to shut him down, so the monster push for the time being, or not even the monster push, the monster hold for the time being is going to maintain itself, and the rest of SKDC actually rotate themselves back over there towards the parking. We'll try and play towards there instead.
Nice find to start things off. Obviously, Wabbit gonna have that AK to work with, and SEMPHIS is actually gonna go down. Desert Eagle action from desi. He's gonna get tapped down though from autimatic, so the trade comes out. It's still a man advantage here for the CT side of SKDC. And we'll see whether or not they can make it happen right here as the push is coming in towards that A bomb site. And again, the Molotov to bank, the smoke's over the top to dumpster, and they're just gonna try to push on in, and valens gonna flush one out. Valens still looking for some more action over here by Truck Optimist, but that's gonna be Ellis to silence him. And still that push coming in. There's a nice peek. Wabbit gonna be able to find one more, and it's autimatic versus 2. Wabbit and Ellis to try to hold this one off. He's still got 45 seconds to work with, so plenty of time to get in here and try to get this bomb plan. He's just gonna drop that smoke, try to peek around the corner. He's gonna drop the flashbang up over the top. Wabbit pre-firing, but he goes down, and now it's Ellis trying to work this smoke, and he actually finds the kill. So SKDC hang on for the time being. It's 14-4.
And once again, guys, we are aware that the score is flipped. But unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it, as we do not have access to server commands. So for the time being, there we go. Now it's fixed.
Woo!
Right, man, that was right on. Great job, StarLadder admins. That was on cue.
Nice.
So they fixed that. SKDC actually do upset one of these rounds. So to be honest, they're not done yet. Obviously, it's a very, very long road in order to get themselves back into this game. But at the very least, they have prevented from getting themselves into the worst case scenario, which was going to be 15-3 and having to win 12 rounds in a row. They still have to win 10 to get back in, 12 to win it out. But at the very least, if they can keep things consistent, they have that very, very small chance to get back into this game now.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be SEMPHIS with this Desert Eagle going head-to-head with Wabbit over here, and he's going to lose his life, but the trade comes out and holds true. Complexity going to be able to trade that one out. Sancz onto Wabbit, and we're down to that 4 versus 4, and that definitely favors the terrorist out a little bit. And here's desi getting aggressive by stairs. He's going to do a little bit of damage, but he's going to walk right back into autimatic, and he's going to lose his life. There is another player, I believe, that was over by Squeaky, or I might just be seeing things. He tried to push through Squeaky, and that was the door opening that I thought was another CT, so I'm just out of my mind right now, but Molotov over the top, that's going to be the barrels, and it's going to be OD to try to hold this off, and he's going to get planted by roca. A trade here would be detrimental to the CT side, but they're going to push in on towards this B-bomb site, and it's going to be Hades and Ellis to try to make something happen with very little utility to work with.
Ellis trying to sneak his way back into this now, but obviously, again, the odds are very much against him. They're going to have to go for this because they really can't let them pick up that 15th point. They've got to try to maintain this by any means, but they might actually, I could be wrong, they might actually end up calling the save after all, just trying to save what they can and trying to go all out here in order to try
play for the tie, yeah.
Play for the tie, so they'll take the economical route. There's no guarantee they can stay alive just as of yet, depending on the route they take, but so far, Complexity, they're kind of just now realizing that they've gone for the save and they're going to start looking for them, but thankfully, I think they've gotten themselves into a safe enough position where they shouldn't be able to be hunted down, but we'll find that out here in the next few seconds.
Yeah, but this round is really going to kind of be that coffin nail. This should be GG at this point. Zell's trying to get away. He does the damage to autimatic, but can't get him down. And with 4 alive here, they're going to have plenty of money for this backing buy and put the rifle in the hands of SEMPHIS. And 15-4, no money left on the CT side whatsoever. They're going to have to go on this pistol buy again and see if they can make it happen. But I'm just seeing a 16-4 right here. Complexity should be able to take this. I expect a fast execute out of them. Shouldn't be too much of a... It should just be a flat-out, no-fear strat, and that looks like exactly what it's going to be towards the B-bomb site. There's a couple CTs that are playing over here, but again, it's going to be very difficult for them to hold rifles versus pistols. You can see one over there by barrels trying to make something happen. They've got 4 CTs over here now. The rotations are on. But again, they're just going to be popping out. Ocean starts it off. Ellis goes down. SEMPHIS going to be able to find that frag. The trade comes out. One in pit. SEMPHIS again going to find a second one. And it's going to be desi to answer back on roca. But again, that bomb yet to get moved into the bomb site, yet to get planted. So the terrorist side of Complexity stalling out. They are going to go for the plant. They are trying to get this boost out. And autimatic is privy to it. Finds it. Takes him down. But SEMPHIS actually getting that kill. And a little miscue on that nade is Wabbit going to drop it behind him, so it's a 2v2 retake, but desi very low, 20 HP. Wabbit's going to get peeked and taken down, and now it's all on desi, who goes down to the hands of autimatic. 16-4 is going to be your scoreline. I called it. Complexity take it. 2-1 is your final score as far as the maps are concerned. 16-8 on Train for SKDC, 16-9 on Cobblestone for Complexity, and 16-4 Complexity on Overpass.
And indeed, folks, that is actually going to end our show for this evening as well. So thank you all very much for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow at around the same time. The match that's coming up tomorrow, I believe, is going to be... Let me check the schedule real quick. It's going to be the new Follow Esports, so X Elevate taking on X Coast. So it's going to be Follow Esports versus Coastless, I believe are their former names. We'll be taking each other on tomorrow around the same time, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. It'll be right here on this channel. So be sure to come back then for some more matches and beyond. That's about it. So thank you guys once again for tuning in. If you have enjoyed the cast this evening and would like to follow either myself or Mega Man on Twitter, the tags are right in the title. And beyond that, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next time. Mega Man, anything else to add before we close?
Nah, baby, I'm good.
All right, guys. So thank you once more, and we'll catch you next time.